one of the greatest games of all time turns 20 years old today. That's right, Halo 2, a game that defined a generation, has just turned 20. First releasing November 9th, 2004, Halo 2 had people lining up down the streets just to get the game at midnight. Today, we celebrate the cultural phenomena of a game known as Halo 2, how far it's come, and how, even to this very day, it's playable in many different ways. Halo 2 was the most popular title on Xbox Live, making it by far the best-selling title of that generation. In case you're wondering how many copies of Halo 2 sold, it was 8 million. Halo 2 revolutionized the original Xbox Live and pioneered what is today known as the virtual couch. Things that are taken for granted as norms today in gaming had never been done all the way back in 2004. Partying up with friends in a match-made game? Never been done before. A new ranked-based progression system, an online friends list that is integrated into the game? Never been done before. Where Halo Combat Evolved brought LANs to people locally, where people would bring their Xboxes and their CRT TVs to each other's houses, Halo 2 took that online. Now, you could play social 4v4, 8v8, and even ranked competitive against the best in the world. Halo 2 also pioneered social features, things that to this very day, and this is going to sound crazy, are not in the current Halo titles. A pre and post game lobby, being able to hear the enemy team in social based game modes. The game was literally designed to be social. All the systems that were designed and implemented all pushed players to meet other people and make friends. Friends lists, clans, a dedicated dashboard just to add players. All of this helped to bring people together, and I truly believe that helped to contribute to the success of Halo 2. Now, speaking of the success of Halo 2, it was so monumental as a release. It had mainstream attention, news outlets, even late night TV shows. The only thing people were talking about when Halo 2 released was Halo 2.
Eagerly awaited video games finally goes on sale.
Preparing to rewrite retail history.
Video game is expected to have bigger first day revenues than any movie has ever had an opening day at the box office.
Biggest retail launch in entertainment history.
Dozens of grown men and probably about 3 women have crawled out of their parents' basements tonight to be first in line to buy the new video game Halo 2.
You had people lining up down the street. You had people dressing up as the Master Chief. You even had notable actors lining up to play iconic roles. Keith David as the Arbiter, Ron Perlman as Lord Hood. You even had numerous actors from TV shows voicing numerous Marines.
We've got a problem. The boarding craft from the Malta and the Athens are converging on us.
The moment of salvation is at hand.
Forward, warriors, and fear not pain or death.
I shall light this holy ring, release its cleansing flame, and burn a path into the divine beyond.
This place is falling apart.
Kill me or release me, parasite. But do not waste my time with talk.
I need a weapon.
This is not your grave. But you are welcome in it.
Halo fit pop culture at the time. It was the most popular game in the world, and it was an amazing time to be a Halo fan, as everywhere you looked, bam, there's Halo. Now, very quickly, if I am talking about the voice actors who voiced the characters on Halo, I want to give a shout out to Jeff Steitzer. Jeff, you've been a Halo multiplayer announcer for over 20 years now. Every time I see a clip from you, it's filled with passion, and your love for Halo is infectious. We're very lucky to have you. Thank you for everything you've done. We all really appreciate it.
Because I am privileged beyond belief to be a part of something that has had the kind of reach and impact that this game has had. And the love that I have seen expressed by the fans of this game is unlike anything I have ever experienced in my life. And the fact that it's this important to so many people is, as far as I'm concerned, something to be incredibly proud of, which I am. I am both grateful and unbelievably humbled by being a part of people. I'm a part of people's lives.
For me, Halo is one of those games where I love the campaign and the multiplayer equally. It's rare that you have a game nowadays that gets people so invested in both, but especially the campaign. Halo 2 for me is one of my favorite Halo campaigns. I love the Arbiter, I love Chief's new armor, and I love the evolution of the Flood to show off the Gravemind.
Optics, totally fried. And let's not even talk about the power supply. You know how expensive this gear is, son?
tell that to the Covenant.
Okay. The plating was about to fail. There's viscosity throughout the gel layer. Optics, totally fried. And let's not even talk about the power supply.
Your very existence offends me, demon.
You know how expensive this gear is, son?
It's wild to think that Halo 2 went through such development hell. Now the game was literally being worked on until the 11th hour, and somehow Bungie shipped this game that was beloved by 99% of people. It's even wilder to think about that over a third of the game got cut, and still it is one of the best games that has ever come out. As a small fun fact that some people might not know, a lot of people didn't actually like playing as the Arbiter. For me, as a kid, I was just excited to use the energy sword for the first time, and I only found out over a decade later that some people didn't like playing as the Arbiter. Halo 2's story for me, and shout out to Joe Staten, one of Bungie's story creators, he really built up the Covenant backstory in Halo 2, showing their hierarchy and how all the different factions interacted with one another and how they were treated. It really helped to flesh out the universe, probably why it's one of my favorite Halo games. On the flip side of that, I also love Halo 2's multiplayer, from super bouncing to button combos. All of these things that would probably get patched out immediately nowadays, for the time, gave the game its identity. Sword flying, anyone? There was nothing like loading up a one flag on Zanzibar and storming the base to steal the flag, or even playing Coagulation, Blood Gulch, and flying around in BTB with the Banshee. One of the most iconic Halo 2 multiplayer modes was Midship Free-for-All. Playing unlimited BR starts, so many people became lifelong friends through that map and game mode combo. It was great. Now while we're talking about competitive Halo, the community of Halo players who did take that seriously exploded during Halo 2's life cycle. When Halo 2 rolled around, MLG broadcasted the Halo 2 tournaments live, and it became so popular that it started to get shown on TV. You'd have hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line, and people really started to view professional gamers as pro athletes because of the legitimacy MLG brought to the table.
First, Walshy with the respawn. Hunting across the map, takes Shockwave out about 100 yards away, and then takes out Karma, the beatdown, to win this one 50-49.
The community that Halo 2 built truly withstood the test of time. It set the foundations of Halo that are truly unbreakable. Regardless of anything that released after Halo 2, people have these core memories. They have this really fond spot for Halo 2 deep down, and because of that, even to this day, there is a core group of Halo players who will stick by the series through thick and thin. I mean, even right now, there is a literal community-ran tournament for over $50,000, and it's being streamed right now on Twitch.
Oh, the triple kill with the double shot from
One thing I really love about Halo 2 was it really started a thriving custom game community with fun and wacky experiences people loved. From Troy to the Tower of Power, even the beginning of Infection, Halo 2 was the first game for many gamers where they met players from fun custom games. It really became one of the pillars of what made Halo 2 great. Now if you do love Halo 2 and you would like to play it, you're actually spoilt for choice today. You can play the original Halo 2 on the original Xbox, and you can search matchmaking just like you did as a kid. Insignia is a free service that has rebuilt the original Xbox Live functionality. It's free and you can literally play exactly like 2004. I'm not kidding. The team over at Signia, who have rebuilt the original Xbox Live and Halo 2, just put out an update today. They've released the original 2004 playlist, and I was playing Big Team Battle on it yesterday. That footage you're watching on screen now, I got that yesterday. How crazy is that? You can also play Halo 2 on the Master Chief Collection, both on the Xbox One and PC. The matchmaking for Halo 2 on MCC is by far the easiest way to plug and play some Halo 2, but if you have Halo 2 MCC on PC, you can play mods, and some of the Halo 2 mods are absolutely crazy. Most notably, you should check out Halo 2 Uncut by the Vengeful Vadim. time. He has restored a majority of the cut Halo 2 campaign content, including the blast charge, cut encounters like the dual scarab encounter that was supposed to happen at the end of the game, cut weapons, and more. If you want to see just what Bungie originally intended for Halo 2, this is the mod for you. P.S. He even restored the cut Warthog run that Master Chief was going to drive along to chase the Prophet of Truth out of High Charity. That is so cool. With that said, this brings me to multiplayer fans. Do you want a version of Halo 2 that in every way builds upon the original game, but still remains faithful to the game you love? Well, then Halo 2 Project Cartographer is for you. Featuring cool events for Christmas, Easter, and Halloween, PC upgrades to the frame rate, and a very loyal community, Halo 2 Project Cartographer is the definitive way to play Halo 2 multiplayer. As a very big bonus, the spec requirements are so low, if you don't have a high-end PC, you can still jump in and it'll run really well. Links to everything I've mentioned will be in the description below. Halo 2 truly is a game that defined an entire console generation and inspired millions of people to start playing video games as a hobby. It brought people together. People got married because of Halo, and that's what gaming is all about. Creating memories with people that even when we're all old and still playing Halo, we can look back and say, I love that. That was awesome. If you enjoyed today's video, you can leave me a comment with your favorite Halo memory. It doesn't even have to be Halo 2. There is also, and I mentioned it before, a Halo 2 throwback tournament for over 70,000 USD being held on Twitch right now. So I'll be linking that in the description as well. There's thousands of people watching, just like the glory days, so come be a part of the community. I'm also a man of my word. I said I would donate some of my YouTube sponsored video money towards it, so I added $500 to the prize pool. With that said, thank you all so very much for watching. Happy birthday Halo 2. 20 years is a very long time, and Bungie, you created a masterpiece of a game.